Hey, what's up guys? This is Foyam again, back with a new Minecraft Dungeons video. So exactly 2 days ago, we got our hands on a pretty big Dungeons Diary video that reveals so much information about both the Hidden Depths DLC, as well as the anniversary event, and of course also the raid captains. And I already made videos for the two last topics, the free content pretty much, so if you missed out these videos, definitely make sure to check out the top right of the screen. There will be a link right there that will bring you to these videos. Anyways, right now we're gonna talk about the Hidden Depths DLC. This is probably the most ambitious DLC yet, guys. Seriously, I'm extremely excited about this one. So we're gonna talk about everything you need to know pretty much, some extra content that you will get your hands on, and of course also the new enchantments that will be introduced, as well as the new weapons and armor, new artifacts. So let's get right to it. Before we get started, it would be very much appreciated if you could just hit that like button for a second, as I spend a lot of time working on these videos. And of course, if you don't want to miss out on future content, make sure to subscribe, it is entirely free. Also, a huge thanks to my newest members. If you also like my content and wish to contribute a little bit to the channel, make sure to check out the join button below this video. In return, you will get your hands on some very awesome exclusive perks. Already a big thanks. Alright, so here we are once again on the official Minecraft Dungeons Twitter page. If we scroll down a little bit, go to this teaser pretty much, well, this is the Minecraft Dungeons Diary video, which lasts for about 8 minutes, so I definitely suggest you guys to check it out yourself first. But we're of course gonna talk about the things that you can find in this video, but also about their latest tweet, which was from only 22 hours ago. How deep is actually the deep? What makes a pufferfish puff? Do zombies breathe underwater? Wait, do they even breathe on land? Okay, maybe we can't answer these questions, but our frequently asked questions have all the useful info you need about our next big update. So let's click the link, guys, and read everything what we have right here. Gear up and make a splash with the new missions, sunken treasure, and enemies. The DLC is available for $5.99 US, and is also included as the second DLC for those that own the Minecraft Dungeons Season Pass. It's actually the third one, because the first one was the Howling Peaks, then we get our hands on the Flames of the Nether. The third one is the Hidden Depths, and as fourth one, we will get our hands on the End DLC. More information about that in another video. Anyways, 3 new underwater missions, a mix of salty new mobs and enemies, of course also new weapons, gear, and artifacts, and 2 new skins, and a baby turtle pet, guys. I can't wait to check this one out. Of course, you will be able to get your hands on the free raid captains feature, which is gonna allow you to take down dangerous foes, will immediately change the way you play the game, beat them down, and they will drop 1 of 2 tokens. One which instantly increases the mission threat level, and another one which adds random modifiers, pretty much like daily trials to your current mission. And of course, if you survive these missions, you will earn Raid Captain's Bounty, a special reward at the end of the mission. More information about this in the top right of the screen on the video I made yesterday. Definitely make sure to check it out. And then of course, last but not least, we also have the anniversary event starting on the 26th of May and of course until June 8th. So definitely make sure to attend to this one, guys, as the gear which you'll be able to get your hands on will be timed limited pretty much. You can only get your hands on these things during the event, and especially the cape. It's a pretty exclusive one to get your hands on. Also, more information about it in the top right of the screen, the link to that video. Anyways, back to the Hidden Depths DLC, guys. Right now, we're gonna talk about pretty much everything we can find in the Minecraft Dungeons Diary video, which dropped a couple days ago. We're gonna analyze all this information. We're gonna talk about the new weapons, armor, enchantments, all the stuff that's gonna pop up with this DLC. So let's check it out.
Today, we're gonna talk about the new Oceans DLC. Tons of new stuff coming, 2 main missions, 1 secret mission, new mobs, new gear, enchantments, you name it, and 1 big boss fight at the end that I think you're gonna enjoy very much.
Alright, so here we have a little preview of the Coral Blade, guys. A very awesome new weapon, which we'll be able to get our hands on in the Hidden Depths DLC. As you can see, it slashes very quickly. I'm really looking forward to this one. In this little fragment, of course, the player is using that piston clamp pretty much to propel itself through the water to get to the other side of this reef pretty much, and then it starts shooting with also the turtle armor equipped. I think this is a very awesome piece of armor, and of course also the new bow that you can see right there. We're gonna cover it in a second.
Like walking around in the ocean.
And of course, right there you also saw that the arrows move very slow in the water, which is going to be a new mechanic introduced with the Hidden Depths DLC. Very awesome stuff. And then of course you also see those bubbles. So if we just replay that clip, guys, actually when the player shoots these drones, it will make these oxygen bubbles pop up around them, so maybe it will choke them underwater. I think this is going to be a very awesome new mechanic.
Like walking around in the oceans is amazing. The corals, colors. If you've ever been diving.
This is also a pylon, which I talked about earlier. So this is going to be a conduit place where you can drop these bad boys. And you can pretty much safely fight in this area because as you can see, the player is just standing right there and it will have this bubble wall around it. So it means pretty much that the player is standing on a dry piece of land. So you don't have to worry about your oxygen levels while you're in the center of this one. But of course, if you leave this area, then your oxygen is going to drop again. Man, I am already in love with the scenery, but we can also see the player wearing the Squid Armor right here. And of course, also the anchor weapon. So right here, if you just pause for a second, you can see that it takes a pretty long time to swing this weapon. So the attack animation is extremely slow, but it will probably also deal a ton of damage, guys.
The new oceans.
So the player swings and bam! It also has a gravity effect, as you can see.
From anything else.
So right here, you can see that the player actually picked up a conduit, and if you were walking around with this one, that also means that you can just pretty much move around the area where there is no water, so you can just keep breathing without a problem. And of course also the tropical slimes in action, guys. I think it's a very awesome new mob which we're gonna get our hands on. But then also, if you look to the side, guys, this coral skeleton or the sunken skeleton pretty much also wears a turtle helmet, and then of course the power bow. I think this orange bow also draws some attention, and if you look at the zombie, it also wears a special dagger. It's also some kind of coral weapon, and then also this kind of chainmail or iron armor. The design on these guys, the textures, I think it's really cool.
Some of the features that are coming back.
So right here, they're pretty much talking about the oxygen coming from the regular Minecraft. Of course, it's a mechanic right there as well. If you swim in the ocean, you have your oxygen. But right here, we can actually see the anchor even more in action. I think it looks really cool with the gravity. And guys, seriously, when we just pause the video for a second right here, look at the scenery. So this is a shipwreck pretty much on the bottom of the ocean. Look at all that moss that is growing right there, all the kelp pretty much. The scenery, once again, really strikes me. I mean, look at the detail, look at the colors, the vibrant colors. Man, I don't know, I think I'm in love.
A lot of shaking and sometimes that.
And guys, if we stop the video right here, you can see that the hostile mob right now in the bubble is actually a whisperer from the Jungle Awakens DLC. I think this is some very smart recycling from the developer team because, of course, these guys were like flesh-eating plants on the Jungle Awakens DLC. And right now they're pretty much, I don't know, living kelp.
And it's also something we heard a lot.
Something that is...
Then we also have this shot, and it really impresses me how deep the character falls. So you can pretty much roll from platforms, and then of course you will get onto other platforms, but the 3D dimension right here is next level. I mean, you don't really feel like you're playing on one platform anymore, like with the regular Minecraft Dungeons level. Right here, you can just fall all the way down. Of course, not take any fall damage when you get to the floor of the sea pretty much, and then there's going to be a lot more stuff to explore. I sincerely hope this is going to be something that we're going to have to do all the time, guys, so that we could just hop from one platform to the other. Maybe we can just use a bubble elevator once again to get upstairs. I don't know, but this definitely looks very promising.
When you shoot arrows, they're gonna behave very differently. When you swim, it's gonna be very different. There's new mobs.
So yeah, this is a pretty nice first look at the Guardians. So of course you have the little baby Guardians right there, but also a Elder Guardian, which is the white one. And it was already confirmed that the boss is gonna be also a kind of Guardian, but I don't want to spoil too much about it. But if you already checked the teaser, I mean the artwork pretty much of Minecraft Dungeons Hidden Depths DLC, you already know what the boss is gonna look like, right? So of course, just like in a regular Minecraft, we also have these beams. They pretty much snap onto your player, your character pretty much, and then it's gonna deal a lot of damage, firing them lasers. New items. Alright, so first off, we have the Coral Blade right here. Rapid slashes as built-in effect. This is not gonna do anything special, in my opinion. It's just making the weapon pretty fast. The Coral Blade cuts through enemies with stinging accuracy. So of course, if we talk about the unique pretty soon, we will see what the special effect is gonna be. I can't wait, guys. But in this video, you can pretty much already see all the items that are going to be introduced with the Hidden Depths DLC. So there are some new artifacts, there are some new pieces of armor, some new weapons. So yeah, let's just check them out one by one. 1 second later, we have the bubble bow. This one deals bubble damage. So like I already speculated, this one is gonna deal damage. It's pretty much gonna choke your enemies. Let your troubles float away with a bubble bow, which shields your target in a bubble on a charged shot. So they will be sealed, they will be choking pretty much because their oxygen supply from the water is pretty much removed. So then of course they will take some damage over time or maybe instantly take a lot of damage. So right here we have the turtle armor. This one has a 35% damage reduction. Also in my speculative video I thought it was gonna have a 30% chance to negate hits. As turtles, especially sea turtles, they cannot go into their shells. I thought it was a pretty logical thing to think about, but it's just going to be a 35% damage reduction. Pretty strong enchantment, guys, seriously. So it's going to be extremely tanky. And in addition to that, you also have a 25% healing boost, which is extremely strong for just a rare piece of armor. The unique is going to be even stronger, guys. Definitely write that down. I mean, it's going to be a powerful item to get your hands on. The turtle armor is inspired by the hardy and protective shell of the humble turtle.
Armor, which for some reason makes me feel like a ninja. The squid armor.
Then we also have the squid armor plus 50% move speed aura and of course also release an ink cloud when rolling. Exactly what we also said was gonna be on this piece of armor. It was easy to make this jet black armor look cool. The hard part was securing the ink sacs. So yeah, this is pretty much the developer team admitting that it was pretty easy to get the skin for the squid armor. I mean, we already have squids in the regular Minecraft, but then of course, getting this ink roll feature was a little bit more difficult to implement.
It's really nice when you're fleeing. We also have an awesome...
And then we have the anchor. Oh boy, slow but powerful. We already saw it in the beginning of the video, but it also absorbs some knockback. So that means if you get knocked back by enemies, if you get hit really hard, so you fly away, well, at the same time, if you're using that anchor, you're pretty much going to pin yourself to the ground. You can hold yourself to the floor pretty much, so the knockback will be less extreme. And then of course also we have the gravity enchantment built in right there, pulls in enemies. Though strong enough to wield the anchor in battle, follow the tradition of legendary seafaring warriors. So yes, this is going to be a pretty awesome weapon. I think you should definitely get your hands on some rampaging to make this one even faster. The Deathcap Mushroom will also make it extremely interesting for some builds. I am really looking forward to make some builds with this bad boy. And of course also if we look at the Echo enchantments, also that could be a pretty awesome one on this.
And since we're in the ocean, arrows go a bit slower. So of course you want...
So then we also have the Harpoon crossbow, guys. This one fires harpoons. The Harpoon crossbow shoots harpoons that cut through the wind and water with devastating power. So this one is pretty much made specially for the Hidden Depths DLC, because arrows, like JP just said, will go through the water pretty slow. They will get slowed big time by the mass of the aqua pretty much. But harpoon shots will travel a lot faster through water, and seriously, I have no idea how fast they're gonna fly through the air. Maybe it's gonna be exactly the same. It would make sense if you look at real life as well, but man, oh man, it's gonna be really awesome to get our hands on harpoons.
I use the harpoon, which allows you to shoot at a regular speed-ish.
So he says a harpoon allows you to shoot at regular speed-ish. So that means in the Hidden Depths DLC, of course, if you shoot with your bow, it will be slow. But with the harpoon, it will be like the regular speed, kinda. And then you also have the Harpoon Quiver, which you can use on your bow. So you can pretty much have harpoon arrows on your bow. So you will also have a normally functioning bow underwater. So your perfect sought-after unique bow roll, well, it's not gonna be entirely useless. You will still be able to use it on the Hidden Depths DLC as long as you have a Harpoon Quiver with you.
You can even use the Harpoon Quiver, so you can still use your favorite bow.
So right here you have a little preview once again of the harpoon. Very fast traveling projectiles through the water will function exactly the same on your bow with that Harpoon Quiver.
Raid captains are...
So yeah, this is on to the free feature, which is going to be the raid captains. This is exactly what I covered in my video yesterday. So guys, once again, top right of the screen, you will find a link to it. But yeah, we already saw so much information on this Minecraft Dungeons Diary showcase pretty much. We have some new weapons, new armor, new artifacts. Talking about new artifacts, well, we actually didn't see many of them in action, right? Anyways, right here you can see every single one of them. So they're going to be 4 in total. One is going to be some kind of basket, some kind of lunchbox pretty much. You also see potions in there. I think if you use this artifact, you'll be able to summon some random potions on your way way through the level. And then of course we also have this other kind of basket, and there is a little bone icon on it, so maybe we'll be able to feed mobs with this thing to tame them pretty much, so they will fight on our sides. Or, I don't know, it's pretty difficult to guess what this is going to be. Of course, the Harpoon Quiver we already talked about. And then, last but not least, we also have the corrupted beacon right there in the top right of the screen. I mean, of course, it's not the corrupted beacon, but it will simply be a reskin of it. It will work similar like the way how the guardians pretty much lock onto you, deal a lot of damage with their lasers. Well, this is exactly what you will be able to do with this artifact. So, of course, it's just a reskin, but maybe the effect is going to be slightly different, deal more damage over time, I don't know, but the art of it is already pretty cool. And then last but not least, we also have the new enchantments. So extremely excited about this.
We have things like Luck of the Sea, very appropriate for the update.
Very appropriate for the update. And yes, guys, seriously, the reason why I pause it right there is because I know what it is. So the Luck of the Sea. If you already played the regular Minecraft, you can already guess what the Luck of the Sea enchantment is going to be. I can only recommend you guys to get your hands on this one, on your weapon, because it's going to be one of the most powerful enchantments. Not necessarily for combat, but if you're all about that treasure, I don't want to spoil it. But yes, if you love unique hunting, well, I think I already said too much.
Multi-charge, flee, guarding strike.
Multi-charge, flee, guarding strike. Multi-charge is probably going to be something where we'll be able to shoot multiple arrows at the same time with our bow, for example, some kind of multi-shot with a charged shot, just like we see on the Winter's Touch as well as building enchantments. Flee, I think, will allow us to pretty much scare away enemies. So we're going to use some kind of battle shout when we get hit with the armor or maybe with our sword. So if you use that on enemies, the flee enchantment will make them run away. Every time when your sword touches them, they will get scared.
And I think you guys will be able to find tons of new strategies and synergies in order to beat the game very differently.
So I think this is also a very interesting thing that she just said. She thinks that we can find many new strategies, many new builds pretty much to tackle the game in a different way. I am really looking forward to this one, as of course we have our current meta with the fighter's bindings or the whirlwind axe, and of course also the wither armor. I'd love to see more builds popping up, and I'm definitely going to explore that with the Hidden Depths DLC. I mean, we also got our hands on those elemental enchantments some time ago with the Flames of the Nether DLC. I wasn't able to explore this enough to my liking because I kind of already was tired of farming for ancient hunts. I lost so many levels, but of course with the new raid captains feature, I'm really looking forward to explore the endgame of Minecraft Dungeons a lot more, get my hands on some very awesome endgame new items with new enchantments, of course. So yeah, guys, really looking forward to this one.
If you've never played Dungeons before,
so if we pause the video right here, you can see that, of course, you'll also be able to explore some new hidden treasure, some chests with secrets pretty much. So I am very excited about this one as well, because on the Flames of the Nether DLC, we only found a handful of those secrets. And I sincerely hope this time they tucked away many things for us to explore. I think that's going to be a really awesome addition to this DLC. And of course, I can't wait to share it with you guys. Share those secret Obsidian chest locations, just like I did with the previous DLCs. It's going to be a very awesome adventure to make these.
I think it would be very fun to kickstart it.
And yeah, right here we see the player with the turtle armor and all those harpoons in his body. I mean, we didn't really see the Trident, right? The Trident is something I'm still waiting for. So we can see the drown in the top left of the screen right there. I sincerely hope there's going to be more weapons to talk about when the update gets released. We did see the Harpoon Quiver, but the Trident, it's definitely going to be an item we'll be able to use, right?
There and then see all the other environments that the game has to offer. That's all for today. We hope you really enjoy the new Oceans DLC, and we hope you don't have too much trouble with the boss fight like JP and I have had in the past.
Oh, I really like the end of this video because they sound so human, so nice. I mean, you definitely want to meet them in person, right? So they had some trouble with the boss fights. That definitely insinuates a little bit that it's gonna be a challenge, guys. So yeah, I'm extremely excited to start covering all this new content, and of course also live stream it with you guys. It's gonna be a very awesome adventure to explore the Hidden Depths DLC with every single one of you, so definitely make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed watching this video, and of course subscribe if you don't want to miss out on new content, and of course also the live stream. Of course, in the coming days, I'm gonna share even more information with you guys about the Hidden Depths DLC and pretty much everything we can expect. Of course, if you have an idea for a new video, make sure to leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you want to see popping up first on my channel right after the release of the game. Do you want me to instantly search for all those hidden treasures? So pretty much make a secret obsidian chest farm location? Or do you want me to cover every single weapon and artifact in the game with my little breakdown videos, which I did for past DLCs with past items as well? Or if you want me to do something entirely different, for example, a new kind of build, or talk about some speculative things once again. If you like those things, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to make a video for you guys. But yeah, right now it is 4 AM out. Time to work on my next project. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.